Alright, so both side paths were kind of dead ends. Definitely sights to be seen, though. Let's get up and check out that front entrance now. There might be nothing to do here. It's totally possible that I need to finish stuff in the first zone first, but at least we'll have a nice internal map of this place. So this probably represents the type of people that were here. This creature. It almost looks like a fish, like an anglerfish or something. Is that the one that has the, I always forget the exact name of the fish that has like the creepy bioluminescent, light that's like a trap. And it's just a nightmare of teeth. Hello. Just climbing right up, are we? Let's check the ends real quick, just to be thorough. I got a chime. Hey look, you can actually see him up close now. Oh, maybe that's the sound of this thing rattling. Maybe all those scales put together have sort of a singing to them when they move. Hey! Is that an alternate teleport spot? Here we go. And is this the map of this? This seems to be a map of this planet. That brief moment of panic. The game's audio paused, which usually means the game's crashing, and it happened when I clicked on this. So as you can see, right down there, so that's the ambassador seed that I came in on, and that's the rotating platform, and I came up through here, and these are the ruins. And that's an orange spot, this is an orange spot, so we seem to have crossed the entire breadth of this area, leading to this spot here, which would teleport me somewhere else in the other system, and there's stuff behind it too. Off on a different area. Alright, we'll keep this place in mind. I'm not quite ready to leave yet. But I'm definitely going to be leaving there instead of the way I came. Just to see where it takes me, of course. Anywhere else to go around here? I can go under this. Right? There's the anchor. Oh, can I walk on the anchor? Oh, I can walk on it. Oh. It seems like a freaky anchor thing, but this might be a gondola. I could probably ride it across if I could turn it on. Can't walk through there. Let's see if I can walk anywhere on the other side of this guy. Or is it all cut off? Sure seems to be. Alright, yep. Going up top's gonna be the next goal. That laser seems important. Probably want to cut it off for one reason or another to stop the, Oh, right. Disable that, you can probably teleport through the walls, right? Isn't that what happened? Yeah, I'm not confirmed yet. I did the laser thing and then I teleported through a wall, but I'm not entirely sure if that was because of the laser, or if it was you could always do that. The exact effects of the getting rid of the red laser were not entirely clear to me yet, but I have other plans to figure that out for sure on. Oh, it almost oh yeah, it totally let me fall off the ledge. I think that's a hitbox problem though, not intentional. Or maybe you can bring a... Oh yeah, that chain looks like if I brought it over here that there'd be a... Maybe the bottom one is a hook thing and the top one's just a normal gondola that I could walk on from here. That explains why the hitbox lets me walk off the ledge here a little bit, is because if there was a platform here I'd be able to walk onto it. Just gotta figure out how to make this whole thing move. But maybe I can't. Is this all that's up here? I don't see any way of interacting right now. We can't get across to that side. I don't see any consoles. And of course we don't know for sure what consoles look like on this planet yet. Alright, this might just be our quick tour to get us primed for this location. We probably are supposed to stick to Earth, but they want to introduce the concept of how you can go between them. And get you ready for just the visual, like, whoa, what's this place? You want to keep playing to find out, right? That's my thought anyway. I think if we could see through the fog, we might see that there's like a gondola on the other side that's on the top chain, and the bottom chain's maybe just a weird anchor or a counterweight. Or something. Alright, well, we have access to this guy. It's probably an alternate location that helps us get some... Oh, yeah! There were whole parts of Earth where there was just like a dark metal circle. Huh. In fact, depending on which one this is, this might be one of those locations on Earth where they mined their way through it. And if they mined their way through it, that means that when I replace it, it'll be a thing, something I might be able to walk through and see what's over there next. And if I can get past it, then we can go over there. That'd be interesting. Let's go ahead and head back, see where this one takes me. This is a fun game to explore. It's not super puzzle heavy so far, where it's a lot of walking around and just seeing what the place is laid out like. But it seems like we also have a lot of locations to establish more or less, so I can figure out what we're trying to solve along the way. I mean, I definitely knew this game was not going to be as puzzle dense as The Witness, for example, which is a game where you just walk into a location and just solve 10 consecutive puzzles that are all side by side with each other. It's a very different structure of game. Because while those games are puzzle chambers, like Portal and Talos Principle, this game's more of an adventure game. Figure out the environment, figure out what the problems are, figure out the solutions. Lots of exploring. Looking at these pretty lights. I love this loading screen transition. Here we are. Now the mystery is, where did it take me back to? I'm guessing it's familiar. It's the inside of this shop. It's exactly where I thought it was. Yeah. So we're... Yeah. First of all, I can probably walk behind that now. But also, now when I go back to the alien planet, I can probably go through whatever it was covering. Let's see. Let's reacquaint myself with the local area. Yeah, there it is. I can probably walk straight through this now. Unless there's a gate. Nope. Yep, that's where the rock cut through. Oh, yeah. You could walk straight through there because they tunneled through the rock here, and that's where all that stuff's over there. So now, since they tunneled their way through the rock, if I go back to the insect planet, I'll be able to walk through that. Is there a reason to walk through it here? No. Not currently. Oh, wait, no, it connects the track. If I have a reason for the track to be connected, then that's interesting. If nothing else, it might be an opportunity to rotate the vehicle. Oh, it would allow me to take the vehicle over here and shoot the laser at something. I'm not super sure what my goal would be, but I could take it over here. And the fact that that's even an option makes me wonder what I'd be trying to accomplish. Maybe you can shoot it up this tube and it would shoot through the whole system into the light somehow. We'll see. Because at the moment I don't see much to shoot at. Maybe I could reflect it off of something? Or maybe it's just the insect part that's really interesting about the switch. Either way, I need to figure out how to get to the tree still. Would you look at you? So this is the original ambassador seat I found. And as you can see, it all fits perfectly together. It totally belongs in this location. And it's just the normal spot for it to be in. I don't know if I can even pick out the seams necessarily this time. Oh, there it is. Slight discoloration of the rock all the way around. It's faint this time, though. Not as obvious as when it cuts through a bunch of wood and all the wood doesn't line up properly anymore. Alright, so I'm going to ride this through again to see what might be behind that tunnel that I found. Right. Here we go. Time to go back to messing this up. And we're back. And I'm immediately realizing a slight concern. Oh, hey, look. You can see this behind area with the chains. Oh, that might be able to move around. But I'm immediately noticing a concern, which is that I might not be able to... Oh, cool, there's a lever. Whoa. Loading into the new area, causing some slight troubles. There we go, it comes back. I was concerned it might not let me back on. I might not have a way to transition. Did I go the wrong way? I think I did. I think it only really has 2 locations it can hang out in. That's fine by me. Same dude's hanging out there this whole time. Rather nonplussed by the situation. I guess he knows that humans can't jump for shit. So it's plenty free up there. Oh, careful. Getting myself stuck on little corners and whatnot. It mostly is a long mountain run and not a whole lot of level for this part. But the insides of this place look complicated. Like, incredibly complicated. Like, perhaps the moment I can get through them properly, there might be some really crazy puzzles going on over there. I'm mostly interested in what's gonna... Yeah, look, there's just a clean walk. Wait, is there even a... Is it gone? I don't think the other side had a seed. It's just turned into rock. We're just here now. Weird. I thought they had to be in pairs. Did they destroy it? Oh, maybe they destroyed it. Well, I mean, this is the land right around here is where it would be. Let's see if I can find the boundary of it. It was right here, right? Just I'm wondering where the ambassador seed is. It's supposed to be here. Huh. Odd. Well, this guy's here. Can I control it at all? In the past, we had to shoot a blue beam on you to even make you do anything, really. You just stand in front of it, and then it won't go there anymore? Not quite. Interesting. So now I'm wondering if I get a mobile blue beam I can walk around with, because the other one's on a track right now. That doesn't work for me. But as of right now, we can basically access this thing, but otherwise it seems to be a dead end for me. I don't think I can do much right now. Especially without a lack of like any button or anything. So let's say we're gonna come back as we gain new information. And we have returned. We're now above this waterfall again. And we'll see. There might be a few things to look at, but mostly, of course, I'm concerned about where that's going to take me. In fact, I think that's all that's left to look at. Everything else seems pretty contained at the moment. Yeah, alright. This should lead me to the top of the wall on the other side. And this should allow us to approach the circled spot on the map. Please don't be a dead end. Okay. Briefly thought I wasn't going to be able to walk on that. Hey there. You can go forward or off to the side. This is oh, it's another one. This leads us somewhere into a forest or a jungle. Somewhere different. Interesting. The mushroom and plants all look really familiar, like they would almost take us just back to Earth. Oh, maybe they... What if they do take us back to Earth, if one of these bubbles is on Earth? Oh, they'd be... It seems unlikely that a bubble would be on Earth because you think people will discover it. But perhaps they cloak themselves somehow. Perhaps they're somehow not findable. That leads to the back of the house. Where does this top path take me to? Oh. Can't walk on you. Oh. Alright then. Our quest to discover what's on top of the wall over here is leading us to multiple other worlds. Fine. Let's investigate what another one of them is. So the last one was the insect planet. What could this one be? Wait, does this one work? This one might not work. I'm grabbing onto it, but it's not doing anything. This one doesn't have a crank. It almost looks like it's been locked or something. Yeah, I think at the moment I'm gonna assume that this one is inoperable. Let's get ourselves a nice photo of it. Remind us for later about this thing. Okay. I wonder if its pair is broken or if it just needs to have like something attached to it so that it operates. Huh. Oh, wait. Never mind. I just wasn't pulling the right thing in the right direction. I found a handle. Let's go on another spacefaring adventure. It's time for discovery, right? And where have you taken me? Oh, yes, this is a new one. And it's beautiful. Whoa. Is that what the boundary looks like for them? It is. So this is the boundary of their... I think this is the boundary of their map? Wait, is it gone? Oh, the lights went away. Maybe not. Maybe that's just the boundary of the bubble I was in. And go over here at all? There's another piece cut over there. Maybe another stone teleports to that location. There's like a drone up there or something? Oh, looks like a giant, beautiful forest. Like the one, almost like the one we were seeing outside the bubble before. Could this one be in line of sight of the other bubble? Or even, could it even be the same bubble somehow? Huh. Well, it's beautiful, that's for sure. The roots are so huge, they look like giant green snakes. So I can see them at the edge of my vision, and I get a little defensive about them. A little worried. Okay, this seems like something that might block my progress. It's a locked door, probably. So these are the lamps, huh? We have some cabling. You can see mushrooms back there. Oh, look! You can see the map of this planet in there. Just barely. This door's looking rather non-interactive at the moment. Judging by the lack of stuff we were able to do on the last system, I would not be surprised at all to find out that I can't do anything here. But I'll just check a few of the edges here. The panels, yeah, nothing feels like it's moving. Okay. I'll head on back for now, but it's another place to keep in mind. In fact, I might even want to take a picture of it. So I might recognize the door on some kind of diagram later. So that kind of reference point's going to be useful. Otherwise, yeah, it's a very discrete, sectioned off piece of platform where you can't get past the door. I wouldn't be surprised if, since this is the known location that connects to the human planet, that it might actually be like intentionally separated so they can control the traffic of humans coming in and out of their system. Basically, we got stopped at the border. And we have returned. All right. Oh yeah, I saw the firefly look a moment ago. So that's just something that happens. There's our overlook. Yep, there's the opening path. That's where I left the laser, I believe, shooting over there. There's the house. So we should finally be able to approach the tower and see what it is exactly. You put a tower in the middle of a weird alien-looking place, and it's probably going to be some kind of important. And then you add a weird red wire going up to it, and I get extra curious about what the hell's going on up there. There it is. All this work to accomplish what could have honestly been accomplished by just being a relatively ambitious climber. It's video game logic, of course, but even I could have gotten up here, I think. Yeah, that's actually not at all a hard climb. We did that on all of our geological expeditions, actually. That was just part of the course. We have a note? Nope. We have a number. You're not going to open by default, huh? Not even a little bit? Alright, so How many digits? 3-digit number. Okie dokie. First thing that comes to mind is let's check what happened with the previous number. U. No. Oh, it actually went to the right one that time. What? Now it's not going to the right one. Okay, I sincerely hope that they patch this photo viewing system, because it's broken. And you just flat out can't view the right photos half the time. And weirdly enough, the arrow keys don't make you page to the next photo either. It's like I'm pressing arrows and WASD. Can I click on the side of the screen? Can I swipe? No. It's like they make it really hard to navigate this menu from photo to photo without going back to this menu. But unfortunately, you click on a photo and the wrong one comes up. Like, this is clearly the picket fence. Boom! Train. I can't even see the train, honestly, on this list of photos. Door? Hey, door went to door. Yeah, click on that and it takes me back to that. So I think the answer is going to be what happens when I put 15 into that one symbol, perhaps? Or maybe something else. But one way or another, unfortunately, my note-taking system is broken right now and I can't use it. So I'm going to have to take a detour to find a 3-digit number that I think is going to work. So what we're actually looking at here is my old footage. There's me typing in the 15. Let me play. And 406. There we go. What you saw there was the convenience of being somebody who's recording all the stuff they're doing. See if that works. It totally did. Alright. So my first thought of what the password might be was totally right. That feels good. I just need to do the whole part where I decode what was going on there. There's a code on this side too. If I type it in, does it lock it? No. Interesting. Must have a different number you type in for security purposes, because you'd want some kind of security. Oh, this might be the back of the door by the tree. I did not nail it, did I? Oh no, I totally nailed it. Yay! We're here at the tree. Hello, tree. I need to figure out how to get to you. And just as I expected, yeah, that's... I totally recognize the door. Cool. So this is the area behind that. Wow. I actually am getting a little bit of that Dark Souls feeling of like navigating a 3D space where all of it fits together weird and you can't quite tell how it all fits together. And then when you have that sort of surreal moment of looking like, oh, that door leads to here? And like you didn't quite have it fitting together in your head yet, and it's hard to hold it all in your head at once, but this is what it looks like. Also, you can tell that they're totally loading what's behind that door now, when before it was like a black space. I think that's also what happened with the main house at the beginning. I think I was looking through the reflection at first and it was showing me nothing, but then later on it would show me a model because eventually you were hitting the point in the game where you'd be unlocking the ability to actually go through it. I think they reduced the loading by not loading it at first, and that's why some of the hitching happens sometimes. Joseph for mayor. Are they campaigning? They have time for campaigns around here? Interesting. It's one more shortcut at the very least. I'm curious if this porthole means something. Definitely has a shared line of sight with the tree, which is probably important, so if you're the leader of this place and you're hanging out in here, you'd probably want that kind of access. You totally are a boat, aren't you? Alright, so that's how you get to the under area. Straightforward enough. Should be able to go up too. We'll keep looking around first. Oh. The layers were Luther Roscoe, Carl Hunrath, John Farley, Benjamin Sims, Carolyn Farley, Joseph Peter Jansen. So that's the current mayor, supposedly. But no one's here because something's gone horribly wrong. And you gotta wonder how these units of time work. So John Farley was leader for... almost 3,000 AH, so... Until we find a document saying what AH means, we won't have much to go on, because that's definitely not... He probably didn't live for 3,000 years. And it probably wasn't 3,000 American hours either, because that'd be weird. Is this the front gate? Yay! So now we can walk directly from here to the tree, among other things. So our list of interconnecting spots is growing by the moment. That's great. That's good for us, at least. So these are the warnings. They're just kind of all over the place, really. Curious about this one, though. Why is Iowa 6648 DC TD? Just gonna go ahead and take a picture of that, because I don't know what to make of that necessarily, but the fact that there's one specific license plate here is interesting. It's probably off the wall with all the other ones, right? Oh, you can inspect you. Oh. Oops. NOES. Okay. I don't know if it's an alternate word for west, or if O has some significance to it. But the western direction has a completely different thing on it. The way you rotate stuff is iffy sometimes. It's not handled super well, to be honest. There we go. There's not much going on right now with this. Might be a thing to keep in mind. Hello. There's a compass that's working. Can't really read it. There we go. Northwest, east, southwest. Yeah. These are the normal directions, or the ones that I'm used to. It says New York. Huh. Password, perhaps? What's up here? Whoa. Clicking on this thing makes it move. So it's gotta be like an alien trophy, right? An award for community excellence, and then like an alien trophy. A creepy antler bust. Another interesting relic, lots of books here. They look like the background filler kind of book, though, that I probably can't use. So he's mostly in a cave, really. Judging by our surroundings. And he just kind of flux into this. It's all sort of flush to this place. Alright. What's the view behind this thing? Can I open these drawers? Nope. What's your book say, then? Oop. Nope, that's not what I'm going for. This is where you can kind of tell the game's made to be also playable on phones and stuff like that, is that there's moments where you're kind of stuck left-clicking on everything, and so it's like I click somewhere and it's like, am I gonna turn the page, or am I gonna put the book down, or what's gonna happen when I left-click? And so that's why you see me finicking around. Or the left-click is also how you rotate, so there's a lot of moments of like, is it gonna rotate or turn the page, or is it gonna put it back down? 17-1-27. Special Council Session 2 discussed final approval of Farley's plan with regard to the imminent attack. The full council vote was unanimous, and I gave my final approval. Preparations update. Farley says that tunneling is almost complete. Them informs us that Villians just completed their construction and have started testing. Special Council Session number 12. No one attended. I will inquire as to the reason for their absence. And then the next AH. I assume these might be days? I'm going to say days, probably. So the next day, it appears that the council members feel like they're having too many meetings since the plan has been approved. Perhaps we can reduce our meetings to every 2 days for now. While I was asking Cecil about his absence, I also inquired about securing the tower area. 1 day later, Special Council Session 13, Cecil will provide a new key code for the lower lock in the next few days. Cecil was concerned about any survivors not having access, so it was decided that we would conceal the code in Farley's house and give the residents the location as they were being chambered. I also had him change the upper tower access code. So this is why there's codes everywhere. So like the whole reason why this place is locked down and why I have to open up all these passages in the first place to navigate is because they were locking down in accordance to the attack happening, which we saw notes about earlier too. A clue to that code has been placed under the direction of our first mayor. I think the clue may have been New York, I would say. Next day, I have decided to bring some of the more important mayor's logs with me for chambering. Specifically, the initial Hunrath log, and then the logs that document the history of our conflict with Mofang. I would think we would have an extra chamber available for historical documents. How far out are we again? So it's the next day again? Special Council Session 14. Only Tham attended. He informed me that because of the dire circumstances, the others were either extremely busy or not inclined to have long discussions about the situation. I told him I would suspend the regular council sessions and we would simply meet as the need arose. One day later, I paid a visit to Farley today. I asked her to check on the availability of a chamber for the documents. 4 days later, I've spent the last few days collecting documents. I've divided them into 2 categories, chambered and vaulted. The vaulted are less important, but obviously worth making an effort to save. They can be moved into Farley's vault area. The vaulted category will also include any books that we've managed to collect throughout the years. 2 days later, with less than a week remaining before chambering begins, the population is tense. We've had several town hall meetings to try to answer any questions, but the realities of the current situation make it difficult to assuage fears. 1 day later, Farley has informed me that there is one final confirmation from Shavar. If Farley doesn't hear from her by the end of 17-141, which is in 3 days, then there's no turning back. There is an odd justice to Farley's plan in whatever the Mofang bastards send to kill us will be returned back to them. Is that why? Oh wow, maybe the plan maybe that they were going to send something to kill us, and then Farley rigged up something that would just return it immediately, perhaps. I kind of wonder if that's why we've encountered a teleporter where only one of them worked. Like it was one way. 17-140, that's 2 days later. Special Council Session 15. A special meeting was called to go over the plans for the final time. Farley had several instruction sheets to distribute the Mofang weapon illustration. A list of all souls that will be used as a basis for the chambering manifest. Does it really say souls? Yeah, it does. And a thorough summary of the battle plans. These will be distributed as necessary. No word from Shavar. This is what? 1 day later. Farley tells me that there will be at least one chamber available for historical documents. Any other extra chambers will be loaded with emergency provisions and medications in case either Hunrath or Murray are completely destroyed. No word from Shavar. 1 day later. No word from Shavar. Death is on our doorstep. Curse the Mofang devils to hell. 1 day later. I am leaving to be chambered. This journal will remain here to inform any future souls of what our last days were like. Huh. So that's it. They're all chambered, and I'm not entirely sure what chambered means. I don't think we've encountered documentation about that. But it might reflect the fact that we found that one guy, the CW, is in his own little chamber, basically.